Sir, very happy evening to all. Sir, this video is specifically for those who are going to write the auditing examination tomorrow. Sir, I got lot of messages. Sir, please come on live. How to attend tomorrow's examination? Please have some strategy. Actually, many of them are not allowing me to sit in my home. So based on that message, I thought that, okay, fine, we will have a talk for 5 to 10 minutes regarding how you have to write the examination for tomorrow. I think many are tensed regarding tomorrow's examination. First, you should understand the concept. Once you understand that concept, automatically tension will reduce. If you don't realize this concept, sir, your examination itself will be in a high risk. What is that concept? No, concept of tangible versus intangible. There are two concepts are there. One is PPE, property, plant and equipment. Property, plant and equipment are asset. Intangible asset is also an asset. For PPE, we are having AS 10. For intangible, we are having AS 26. So both are having specific accounting standard. If intangible is not that much important, then why there is a specific accounting standard? Why there is a specific discussion for intangible assets such as know-how, patent, copyright, trademark, license, franchisee or any other assets of similar nature? My dear lovable students, the problem papers are tangible asset. We have done something, we have worked out, we have practiced, we done the illustration, we done the book back, we will be able to feel it. That's why that tension is not there. Whereas this theory paper, audit, law, SM and all, intangible asset. We have done it, which is very important part only for our exam. We have prepared, but materially we are not able to see it. We are not able to feel it. So we are having tension that, oh, I am not able to recall, I am not able to remember, nothing is coming into my eyes. Can you see goodwill? You can't see goodwill. Is goodwill not an intangible asset? Sir, intangible, these theory papers are like that. It is like intangible asset. When you try to recall the entire audit, nothing will come, not only for you, even for the auditing teacher, nothing will come. So don't do that. That too, when tomorrow you are going to write the examination, this time don't do that process. Then the RAM or ROM will crash. Don't do that. That's a very wrong practice. Happily try to carry. Then automatically things will start coming to your brain. Tomorrow is a very important examination because costing was not very tough. I will never accept that costing is tough. If that is the case, you have not prepared well or you have not executed well. Either of the case, because I saw the question paper, that's what I am saying, and I used to teach costing. So tomorrow is a very important examination. You know how you are going to handle that 3 hours matters a lot. Sir, I will give you some tips and tricks here and there how to handle that 3 hours. Once you get that question paper tomorrow, my dear lovable students, identify and assess the risk of material misstatement through understanding the question paper and its environment. Please try to do essay 315 on the question paper. You have to do identify and assess the risk of material misstatement through understanding the question paper and its environment. You have to analyze what are the questions I know straight away, what and all are application question, what and all question I don't know at all. Sir, in audit, there is no question of I don't know at all, because we are auditors. So, classify the question paper into 3 categories, A, N, M, which is I know very well, I know here and there, I have to write by my own. That's what risk analysis, identifying and assessing the risk of material misstatement and understanding the entity and its environment. Then plan the answer writing, because planning is very important. That's what I say 300. Planning and performing while performing the audit. How to plan? If the marks is only 4 mark, my dear lovable students, for a 4-mark question, Don't write for 5 to 6 pages. They won't give marks. That is unnecessary. It is not required. ICA is not expecting that type. ICA is not expecting you to have additional papers or 5 or 10 bundle, and based upon paper weightage, they won't give the marks. So write what is required. First look at the mark weightage, whether it is for 4 mark or 6 mark. If it is for 4 mark, max to max you can write is one side of a paper. For example, if this is the paper, you can write one side. And if it is good content, sir, you can extend up to 1.5 pages. That's it. That's the max to max needed for examination. So plan it. And understand one thing, even the auditing subject itself is saying that there will be material misstatement. Misstatements are there. Misstatement means mistakes. Every mistakes we won't worry. Only material mistake we will worry. So if you don't know here and there 1 or 2 question, why are you worrying, man? Because the aggregate of all that question may be less than the overall materiality. To cover up that, have a very good performance materiality in tomorrow's examination. Because 100% is 160 mark. If you want to know that, I should be able to recall. Sir, you will not be able to recall, sir. Understand. Accept that first. Out of 7 points, are you able to recall 4 to 5 points? That's it. Because the remaining 2 points, not able to recall is not material. In audit, we have to see only material. Sir, some of the question, I am not able to appreciate or understand. I don't know from which chapter. For example, I skipped one topic called as audit of various entities. Hospital, they asked one question tomorrow. You think as an auditor in examination hall, if you are going to audit an hospital, what you will check? Generally as an auditor, if you are, so think there as an auditor. Think there as an auditor. As if do 450 there. Auditor's response to the assessed risk, do that in the examination hall. Sir, auditing is not based upon how much you have studied, because if you are thinking that I am not able to recall means you have not understood the subject, you have mugged up the subject. That will not work out for audit. Any exam, you study that 5000 page or 500 page or 1000 page full, still you will be having doubts only. I have not done that for my examination. I am a chartered accountant. Then how I were able to pass? That means that 3 hours I acted as an auditor. I thought as an auditor. I thought very common sense, which is backed up by my preparations, which is backed up my logical understanding, which is backed up my understanding of the essays. If you are trying to place that first, then the things will collapse. What you are thinking, okay, what are the factors of this thing? They may ask what are advantages of audit planning. You itself know what are the advantages of audit planning. 4 to 5 points automatically will come. Now you think when you are listening to this video, what are the advantages of audit planning? When you are planning the audit, you can complete the audit on time. Proper allocation of resources. Then you have to think. Then proper completion of the audit on time. Your engagement team can be properly separated. Where to focus, which area to focus. You would have already find out the risk assessment in SA 315, that area. So automatically the things will come to your brain. What you are doing, you are checking that whether this is as per ICA or not. That and all has to be done 3 months before the examination, not today or tomorrow. Today and tomorrow, out of 7 points, God will give you 3 to 4 points, which is exactly as per ICA. There is no doubt about it, because you have studied. Once you studied, that will happen. And 2 or 3 points you have to write logically. So the examiner is going to evaluate your answer paper and he is going to say that you are going to be a chartered accountant. For that, examiner needs sufficient and appropriate audit evidence as per SA 500. So your answer paper should be in such a form that it should be, sir, able to give a sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Please give the audit evidence to the examiner that, sir, I am eligible to pass. I studied this. I want to be a chartered accountant. your written representation as per SA 580 should be in such a manner that the examiner should approve you as a CA final student. Otherwise, my dear lovable students, the going concern will get affected. Life will be in big trouble. Then you have to face the what? Subsequent events. Then all your related party who will start saying something same course you are doing for how much time? The subject auditing itself is saying that do the sampling as per SA 530. That means you also would have studied here and there some topic thoroughly, there is no doubt about it. That means you have practically applied sampling. They said only theoretically. We have applied practically. So, with that practical sampling, we will be able to give a reasonable assurance. Reasonable assurance is not a lower level of assurance. It's a high level of assurance. Then what is the problem? Are you expecting, sir, entire bills to be vouched and you have to give an opinion? Then don't do audit. Then you have not studied anything in audit. Not required of that. Sampling is enough. You have done that sampling. You have done that sampling. Don't worry at all. You got the sufficient support from the other auditors, your teachers. SA 610, 600, sufficient you have done. You all done the preparatory works, SA 200, overall objectives of an independent auditor and conduct of an audit in accordance with auditing. Agreeing the terms of audit engagement as per SA 210, quality control as per SA 220. And you would have gone through your RTP, MTP, you would have wrote your book back questions, year and all, some question you would have written, audit documentation also you have done. Tomorrow go and present your answer paper in such a way that the opinion should be unmodified opinion. Opinion should not be modified opinion. That is in our hands. Don't worry at all. Write your answer paper as emphasis of matter paragraph, other matter paragraph. Take the points what you studied, what is there in the financial statement, those points you refer. Question paper, okay fine. Out of 10 points, sir, 7 points you write what is there in ICA. That is emphasis of matter paragraph. Any item which is there in the financial statement itself. Remaining 3 points, common sense, logic. Other matter paragraph which is not properly disclosed in the financial statement. Why are you worrying? Why are you worrying? Don't worry at all. So what you are supposed to do for the remaining time? For the remaining time, if you want pass tomorrow, first of all, you should be able to carry yourself very happily. Sleep very, very happily. Is it possible to start from SA 200 now and is it possible to complete by tomorrow? No? If that is the case, how much nights has gone last 4 months? So what we have to do? Sir, with the available time, keep your nerves calm. Tomorrow, it's not costing examination to say that I wrote for 70 marks, 75 marks, where I have written 60 marks perfectly. That is a wrong strategy for audit. Try to write 100 marks. The common question I am getting in the WhatsApp is, sir, whether we have to write MCQ or descriptive. I am changing even my opinion now. It based upon paper to paper. Because certain papers, MCQs are dead easy. Example costing, dead easy. MCQ. So, I guess the MCQs in audit may be a little confusing because of the change in exam. If that is the case, descriptive, sir, 40-50 mark is easily scoreable. So, you evaluate, you do the 315 there. That's why I said first, identify and assess the risk of material misstatement through entity and its environment. And there you take a superb decision whether to go with the MCQ or not. And if MCQ is easy, please do MCQ. There is no hard and fast rule that MCQ should be easy, this should be tough. Sir, both should be tough, both should be easy. Like that and all, nothing are there. Because based on the new syllabus question paper, there is no such things are there. And always keep in mind that if you are going to write a 4-mark question, 4 into 1.8. Sir, if you are going to write a 4-mark question, 4 into 1.8, 4 mark into 1.8, that comes to 7.2. Write for 8 to 10 minutes. 8 minutes. By that time, you will fill automatically 1.5 page with your proper handwriting. What you will do, once you start writing now, you really become auditor and write for, sir, 5-6 pages. And then you will understand that, oh my God, this question is for 4 mark. Let that question be better than ICA's text. What is the maximum mark ICA can give? 4 mark. So for a 4 mark question, try to spend that 8 minutes, have a watch with you. Right, fantastic. Even have a calculator also. Sometimes they may ask you to calculate the drawing power also in the bank. What is the drawing power allowable? Fantastic. Write the points. What is required in the question? If they ask essay 500, in that special consideration, inventory, try to root that point. What the question? Okay, fine. These points are matching with me. Don't write the entire story, because in the answer key only that will be there. Try to express yourself. Once you step into the examination hall, there should not be any double thought that whether the answer I am writing is correct or not. What we studied we will write. What the common sense says also we have to write, because that's what chartered accountant is all about. That is what testing, not in this September examination and all. Even from the last 20 years, whenever they started, think like an auditor. Try to complete 100 marks. If you are confident, no one can touch you. If you are not confident that, then you just think of a situation. You are upset. You are upset. You are crying. You are not in normal. And at that time you are writing a letter. What will happen to the quality of the letter? You will not write whatever there is in the mind. Like that, don't do that 3 hours of examination, especially in audit and SM or law, whatever it may be, theory paper. More than costing, you should be very vigilant when you are writing the examination. When you are writing the exam, sir, you should be able to get that marks. Okay, fine, this question I know, that question I know. Express yourself 100% for the coming examination. Express. Because that expression will give 10 mark extra. There is no doubt about it. If a teacher is coming and saying that tomorrow examination, audit, do well. What impact is creating to the students? The second version, my dear lovable students. Tomorrow we are going to write the audit examination in a very beautiful way. Picturize, visualize, you are going to pass in audit in the September. Look at the difference. You do anything with 1000% commitment, that extra 10-20 marks will be awarded. That's what human life is all about. That will be awarded. I am getting now, I will get. You will also get. The only thing is, what is the thought process? Because what you are thinking is going to come out through your hands by your pen. So this is a weapon for tomorrow. Through this weapon, you are going to talk to a person. So if you itself are not clear, you itself are not, sir, 100% clear with your mind, then you will not be able to express 100%. So for a 4 mark question, you are expressing 70-80%. In that 70-80%, ICA will put. So you just think automatically it will be a mark. I don't want to mention it. So this is what happening. So feel very confident, feel very bold, my dear lovable students. Try to write 100%, all the full exam paper. Write very happily. Feel like an auditor. This time we have studied, everyone is studied, there is no doubt about it. I am wishing you all the very best for tomorrow's examination and will be happy to hear your comments. We'll meet at the appropriate time. Thank you.